What's up, y'all? It's your boy Strizzy from SLAC, and today's episode is all about me. Cue music. My government name? My government name is Christopher A. Aaron Street. You know what I'm saying? So that's my middle name, Aaron. Given to my mom's, obviously. My other nicknames is basically like just Street, my actual last name, or Streets, add a S or a Z to it, however you prefer. And then Strizzy, obviously, that's been stuck with me for, man, God only knows how long, you know what I mean? So, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised Phoenix, Arizona. My dad's side is actually from the city of Chicago. So, growing up, you know, we used to do a lot back home back there, but kind of miss it. I haven't been back there maybe like 10, 12 years or so. So I was hoping to go back this year, but you know, COVID had another thing to say about that, which is kind of where like my love for like some of the like Chicago sports comes from too. Like my baseball team is the Cubs. Obviously grew up, you know, like everybody else our age watching Mike with the Bulls.
That's what I was going to ask you too. What are your favorite teams?
So favorite team, so we'll start with basketball. So again, grew up in a single parent household with my mom's, right? So like never really had a real like male figure around. So growing up, getting into all my sports, I was kind of on my own. You know what I mean? I didn't really have anybody to be like, yeah, like this is our team. This is who we gonna grow up with. Blah blah blah. Watch it. So when I got to be about coming of age, it was like around the same time Miami Heat became an organization. So I roll with them. So that's what Tim Hardaway's one of my favorite point guards of all time. So that's kind of one of the reasons when he got traded to Miami from the Warriors, I started rocking with them. So that's basketball. Football, a couple of years later, the expansion happened. Panthers became a brand new team, so I rolled with them. That became my squad. Watching Jake Delhomme, Dan Morgan, Smitty, obviously, Steve Smith, all those dudes, Muhammad. So that's my team. Hockey, funny thing is, my probably only Arizona team that I watch is probably the Coyotes. So that's probably the squad that I've watched. I've been bad for a long time, though. I've been bad for a real long time. Actually went to the playoffs a couple years ago. That was pretty legit. Baseball just says the Cubs. I was a huge Sammy Sosa fan growing up, doing his thing. Soccer, I don't watch a ton of MLS, but as far as like the country stuff goes, I've always been a really huge Ronaldinho fan. So Brazil. I think that's about it. Oh no, college basketball. So college basketball is University of North Carolina. That happened just because Jordan growing up. That's the reason why I've always followed them. Huge fan of Vince Carter. Amazing season. He finally retired just this year. And then college football, always been a huge Sooner fan, and that kind of came from one of my friends growing up. His family was a big OU family, so just always being at the crib watching football every Saturday. We just always watch Oklahoma, so that's how I became a Sooners fan.
Yes.
Yeah. Growing up, basketball is always my favorite sport to play. It still is to this day my favorite sport to play. And if I was going to be able to play for a team, I'd obviously love to play for Miami. You know what I'm saying? They got nice beaches, nice sandy beaches. You know what I'm saying? But no state tax. But yeah, I play for Miami for sure. Yeah. So my favorite sport to watch has definitely got to be football. I don't know, for some reason, when the seasons come around with basketball, football, I always look forward to the football season a little bit more than basketball season. Probably because in football, every single game matters. There's 17 weeks, but only 16 weeks of gameplay, you know what I mean? So, just look forward to a little bit more with basketball, 82-game season. You can watch all of them, which, for the most part, I'd say I probably watch a good 90% of Miami's games every year. But if I were to miss half of them, I could still watch 41 of those games, you know what I'm saying? So definitely football. It's just, I don't know, hypes me up too all day. Wake up in the morning, it's just games on Sunday, Monday, Thursday. So yeah, definitely football for sure. Man, I love all kind of music genres, man. I listen to all kinds of stuff, and that kind of just growing up, I grew around a lot of different racial orientations, white, black, Hispanic, Filipino, everything. Primarily hip hop and R&B. Man, my favorite artist, I'm just gonna go right now, is probably J. Cole. I love the fact that he's, not just a rapper. To me, he's more like a lyricist. You know what I mean? A lot of his stuff you can actually like relate to, and it's not like, it doesn't have to be like one of the coldest beats. You can relate to the things that he's actually saying. That's another reason why I like a lot of those, like Lil Wayne's another good one that I really enjoy listening to. Really into, K-Dot, Kendrick. And then those are also probably people I'm listening to right now as well on my everyday basis. Those usually always put me in a good mood, regardless of if I'm in a bad mood, music is like my escape. That and sports, but yeah, music for sure. For sure. So just recently, man, I started getting into just like these comedic skits on Instagram and YouTube, TikTok, all stuff like that. I've always been interested in like just video editing, and man, just wrapping up, catching up with Marcus over the last 8 years or so. And watching the stuff that he does is really kind of like, it really kind of pushed me. Like now that we're in this quarantine with COVID, it was like, I gotta do something. You know what I mean? It can't just be, I don't want to just be going to work in the morning and then going to bed and waking up doing the exact same thing. Like I needed to do something if I was gonna be in the house. Like let's get creative. You and I have always wanted to do something together, and we started this podcast a year ago. So that sparked it as well. It's just like, let's get it moving, let's get it popping. So the podcast, these music videos, have been like my two biggest hobbies over the last 365. It's tough. DC, Marvel has the better movies, but I've always grown up on DC though.
Flats or drums? Sure.
Oh, drums for sure. Definitely drums. I just feel like more meat, easier to clean. Every once in a while, a flat will stick you, dog. Like too much bone, you know what I'm saying? So definitely drums for sure. Yeah, definitely drums. Oh, ranch. I can't do blue cheese, fam. Can't do blue cheese. I can't do it. I don't want the consistency. It kind of grosses me out.
All right, cake or cookies?
Cookies all day. I don't know why. Like for some reason, like I've never been a big cake person, like ever. Like the only time I can ever eat cake is if I'm in like legit the right mood for it, and like otherwise I just can't do it.